What are we gonna do?
Told you. We're gonna hang out. Gonna watch a movie. Gonna take some pictures.
Here we go. Be careful what you wish for, Parker. Hello, Pete.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Multiverse of Movies. We are talking about a multiverse of movie in and of itself, of course, known as Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse, a sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. And oh crap, I forgot the camera's not on. So what's up, everybody? Thank you for being here in the chat. Let me say what's up to the chat. But today is game day. I'm gonna go watch the Mario movie today around 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm excited. Not only that, but Barcelona plays a Clásico in a couple of hours, or like an hour and 30-ish minutes, somewhere around there. So yeah, I'm excited for today. Today's gonna be a great day. Now, funny enough, yesterday I was supposed to do the stream. Unfortunately, some things came up and I didn't end up making the stream. And what's funny is that I had actually somebody message me on Twitter, telling me, why'd you make a video on the Barbie movie, but not the Spider-Man movie? And I said, that wasn't my intent. My intent was to do a stream about Into Spider-Verse. So I have to do it again right now. So I got to read some of the chat. Let's see. We got some people here in the chat. Y'all make sure to smash that like button. It would mean a lot. I also have a voting poll right now. So go ahead, vote. Let us know. Did this trailer get you hyped? Did it not? Whatever it is, let us know. So let me read some of the chat. We got Vortex in the chat. What's up? I actually, what I hate about StreamYard? It doesn't show you the pictures that you put or like any emojis or anything. Like it's a little bit annoying, but we'll have to wait and see and find out. Drip Wukong. What's up, Drip? He says, not a fan of Miguel's hair. It's meh, but his suit design for Spider-Verse looks dope. Yeah, I love the suit. I don't really mind the hair, as long as it doesn't look too different or too goofy from what the character usually has. I tend to be a traditional person. Whatever original iteration, I tend to prefer that version, whether it's suit, hair, but I'm fine with the hair. And then we have Bianca in the chat. What's up? I was wondering if he looks too old. I don't know. I like because it seems like he is the leader of these Spider people, or at least he's seen as the most respected. And I think it's nice to see him be a little older. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see and find out. Let's see. Where is the next comment? Sometimes I want to see something I want to see is Marvel Spider-Man Miles meets Spider-Verse Miles. Oh, you mean the PS4 Spidey game? Or I assume that's what you mean. I don't know. To meet Spider-Verse Miles, maybe he could help. Oh, I guess like see a Miles meet Miles, because that's what we're seeing in the movies. We're not really seeing other Miles. We're seeing other Peter Parkers, Only OGs remember when Isaac did streams where he wrote down stuff. And I don't know, a noise. Are you saying annoying? Oh, somebody messaged me on Snapchat. Okay, let me put the phone over there. But also I forgot, I always forget, but I have this Spiderverse poster right there, so that it matches with this camera angle. But we are going to talk about the Spiderverse trailer.
And then I looked at my uncle and...
Let me guess. He died?
that was actually a funny part of the show. Also, I just realized that my No Way Home shirt that I actually did wear when I went to go watch No Way Home, I don't have any Mario shirts, or at least not that I remember. So I tend to, when I go to movies, I like to wear shirts of the movie I'm wearing or something similar to it. Like I remember when I went to go watch Multiverse of Madness, I didn't have a Doctor Strange shirt, but I had a No Way Home shirt I have 3 No Way Home shirts. 4 technically if you include my hoodie. I have this black hoodie. It's a Spider-Man No Way Home. Got the shirt. I got this one shirt with 3 Spider-Man. What else do I have? I also have a picture of the villains, on a shirt. I don't know. I tend to like these kinds of shirts. It feels like when you go to a sports game and you wear the jersey. You know, when Barcelona plays, I like to wear my Barcelona jerseys. You know, but it is what it is. You have a baby now. Hi, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that was another nice thing. Mayday Parker. Um, but yeah, let me pull up the trailer real quick. If this comment's not getting removed, but anyways, let me pull up the trailer for Spider-Man. If YouTube lets me get it, because YouTube is acting a little slow right now. I don't get, so I tend to, on YouTube, you know how you can change like the color mode, like if you want it black or you want it white. Yeah, I always put it in black, but for some reason it always changes back into white for some reason. So maybe that's YouTube being racist to me. I'm just kidding. Let's see if I can find the trailer. Man, I put Spiderverse, but they freaking okay, there we go. Took me a while. It was just showing me into the Spiderverse. Like, bro, what? It's horrible marketing, bro. That's horrible marketing. I'm just kidding. But no, I do want to ask everyone, when are y'all planning to watch Mario? If so, let me know. But do expect a review later tonight. Later tonight for the Mario movie. No spoiler. No sound. We are not playing sound. All right. Let's see. I've rewatched this trailer too many times. All right. So we have the trailer here. Let me share screen real quick. And here we have. All right, let's see if it pops up on the screen. Because right now my StreamYard is working a little slow, which is weird. Okay. So we have the Spideyverse trailer right there, right in front of us. Let me actually pull up this one comment. What is your theory on why everyone was scared of Miles, like Peter B. Parker was holding Mayday, and everyone and everyone was scared? Maybe Miles accidentally used his Venom electric power. I actually have a theory. So for what the plot is, I have a theory. Now, let's bring up this one part. Miguel, also known as Spider-Man 2099, he seems to be someone who wants to make sure that the proper flow of time continues. So like if something's supposed to happen in this universe, that always has to happen, right? What he doesn't want is multiversal issues, from what it seems like. My assumption is he brings these Spidey people together to make sure nothing ever happens, especially with Spider-Man's, because apparently it seems like Spider-Man is the center of most of these universes. But my assumption is maybe the events of No Way Home changing the course of time, not just for one universe, but for two other universes. For two other universes affected something. And now Miguel's like, okay, we can't have this BS. All the spider people have to come together to stop allowing multiversal chaos, especially amongst spider people, because the Spider-Man variant, also known as Tom Holland, also now confirmed as Earth 1999. How many nines are there? I'm not too familiar. God dang it. Why is StreamYard acting like this? The internet, literally, it's at full bars. This is what I hate about streaming. That's okay. I'm gonna turn off the camera right now just to see if it'll change something. My Wi-Fi is literally at all three bars. Why is StreamYard acting like this? I mean, I really have no idea why. Okay. So, anyways, what was I saying? Let's turn on the camera again and see if it'll act. So, what I think is going to happen is Miguel brings them in, make sure there's no more other threats. And somewhere around the story, it's not going to be revealed to us until when Miles finds out. But we find out is that there's going to be something that happens in Miles's universe that Miles is going to attempt to change. Right? And so because it looks like Peter B. Parker knows something from what the trailer said. And Miguel is trying to avoid Miles from doing this. And what I assume it is one of Miles's parents is going to die in this film, or they're supposed to die, but Miles wants to keep them alive. Miguel and Peter B. Parker know that Miles is going to attempt to change something from the course of his universe, but Miles is going to try to change that. He's going to try saving his parents or one of them. My assumption, it might be the mom, because the trailer is showing a lot more of the mom, because the first movie, and I think that's because the first movie was literally a story about a father and a son. I think the second movie will be about the mom, because in the first movie you didn't really get to see the mom all that much. There was very few scenes with the mom, and in this trailer you saw a lot more of the mom, right? So my assumption is the mom's supposed to die in this universe, but Miles is going to try changing that, and that's where the conflict rises. Are spider people allowed to change the course of history? Because that's what Tom Holland's Earth 1999 Spider-Man, I don't know however many nines there are, uh, that Spider-Man changed something for 3 universes, and it may have caused some issue with the Spideyverse. And that's what I assume. And then maybe something in Into the Spider-Verse did something, but we just don't realize it. And maybe that's why Spot shows up. Spot shows up because Miles is messing with what the proper flow of time is supposed to be. That's my assumption for what's gonna happen. Okay, I don't, I don't get I don't get what's happening. I should have used OBS. Man, OBS is actually even worse, surprisingly. The only reason why I'm using StreamYard right now is because I realized I actually had 30 more days. So my StreamYard expiration date is, I think, April 30th. So I still have StreamYard up until then. But yeah, OBS is a little weird. OBS is just really slow, and it causes, like, I don't know. I don't know. Let me read other comments. Drip says there has been theories about Miles not supposed to be Spider-Man in the Spiderverse because the number 42 spider was glitching because that spider wasn't supposed to be in Miles' time. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see and find out. But yeah, there's a lot. One thing I do love about this trailer a lot, and fucking hell. Wait, let me remove the YouTube for right now. Okay, I'm gonna remove YouTube for right now. So one thing I did like about the trailer, though, that I feel isn't talked about enough, is the trailer gets you a good gist of what the story is, but it also doesn't tell you completely. And it kind of reminds me with Avatar: Way of Water, where they're being very vague of the story to know exactly what was the details. Then when you watch the movie, stuff gets revealed to you, and I think that's cool because I feel like we do live in a time. I mean, this has been always the case, but trailers spoil so much of the movie, and sometimes it gets frustrating. Sometimes I just want to be able to go watch a movie and be shocked, which is something that doesn't really happen nowadays. I mean, one thing I wished had been kept secret for Multiverse of Madness was Patrick Stewart coming back as Charles Xavier. That scene was still amazing. I remember when you heard "We should tell him the truth," and then you see like the yellow, yellow vulture. I'm removing the YouTube for right now. Okay, sorry, I have to do some stuff in the background right now, but so that scene, while it was great and still gave me major goosebumps, I still would have preferred if somehow, some way, they just kept that secret. I understand for marketing reasons they have to reveal that stuff, but like I feel like sometimes I want to have some things be secret. Also, yo, what is up, George? Of course, I do have to confirm to George that New York is in fact not real. So I'm just kidding. What's up, George? Thank you for being here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see how this movie plays out. I do wonder how Feige reacted. I mean, I'm sure Feige probably knew this in advance, but I wonder how Feige reacted to finding out that this movie was going to refer to the MCU as Earth 19999 as they do in the comics. Now in the MCU, did Feige confirm this? I don't know if Feige himself said this, but in the movies, in Multiverse of Madness, what's Doctor Strange's love interest? I forgot what her name is. I forgot what his name. I'm not hit. What did I say? Her. I forgot what her name is. I don't remember her name, but she refers to Earth as 616. Everyone knows that. Not really. I don't care. When it comes to multiverse, I don't care because at the end of the day, I know the comics are a separate entity to the movies. They're both separate to me. Do they coexist? Either way, I don't care. Regardless, obviously everyone knows the comics 616 is not the movie 616. So when I heard 1999, I was a little surprised, but at the same time I was like, hey, you know what? That's cool. Um, Honestly, I would have, if I was the MCU, I would have made up my own number. Like, I don't get even why I reference 616. I would have been like, yeah, this is Earth 420. That's why weed is legal here. I'm just kidding. Or they could have had like Earth 666. I'm just kidding. But no, I never really care. They're just numbers to me. Even if they did say it was 616, I never really cared because at the end of the day, I know no shit. It's not the comics. It's just a nice little reference to the comics. I always just saw it as that. But yeah. Hey, my computer is pretty decent. I'm just kidding. I don't even, this is actually a laptop. So maybe it's probably the laptop because I know computer, PC, all that. I don't really know much about computers or shit like that. So we'll just keep it as this. But anyways, bro, imagine Spider-Man 2099 comes to the MCU meets Moon Knight. That was literally my first stop because he did reference the MCU. I was kind of thinking in my head, what if he meets Moon Knight? But the render, like the animation for Miguel does kind of look like Oscar Isaac. The hair is a little different. I know Oscar Isaac has like curlier hair, but still, looked a little similar. I mean, not. I will say this picture does kind of look like Morbius for some reason. This kind of looks like he would look like Morbius. But no, the trailer was great. Played they played music from the first movie. I love the first movie. I was talking to Stephen Wolf all about it. Everyone knows Stephen Wolf, but I was talking to him about it on Discord that I love the first Into the Spider-Verse movie. I remember when that first movie came out, it was a shock because I saw the trailers and I was like, the animation looks kind of cool, but the trailers didn't really, because at the time I wasn't a big Miles fan. I was never the major Miles fan. Like I had seen him in animated stuff. I seen him in animated stuff. I read a little bit about him in the comics. And then I think oh wait, I hadn't even played the PS4 game at this point. I actually played the PS4 game for the first time the day that Spiderverse came out, and so I didn't really know much about Miles. I was kind of like, oh, this kind of feels like a cash grab. At the same time, it was funny because I always kind of was like, oh, they're just trying to do Batman Beyond, and so I think it was on a Saturday. I had bought a PS4. I know I bought a PS4 in 2018. Now I know that's late, but still, I don't care. I'm not much of a gamer. I still don't have a PS5, so I bought a PS4 and it came with the bundle where the Spider-Man game was in it, and so I was playing, and then for some reason in the moment I was like, hey, I don't really have much to do this day. It was actually on my birthday that year, so I didn't have much to do that day, so I went to go watch Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. I love Spider-Man, and I was like, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a shot. I see it on Saturday. It's like 2 p.m. Um, and I had nothing to do that day, and I went to the theater, and the theater was kind of empty. I think there was only like two other people in that specific auditorium. I watched the movie. Within the first 30 seconds, I was already in love with all the references they had of other Spider-Man. I was laughing hysterically when you saw the Bully Maguire dance. That was funny. And then I watched the movie, and it was an emotional, beautiful, impactful film. And I loved Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It was a beautiful film that it brought me to a couple of tears. I think this was the last time I went to movies and I actually had some genuine tears, and that was in the scene where Miles's dad is talking to Miles, and Miles is like wrapped up in the web. He's like in the chair, and I like that. I like that. I really love that scene. It was a beautiful scene, but the movie was beautiful. The soundtrack was great. The animation was beautiful. The Prowler theme, that's something that doesn't get talked about enough. I thought that was cool, but the entire film was just beautiful. And it's my second favorite Spider-Man film. I preferred over The Amazing Spider-Man, both movies. I preferred over all the Holland films. And I'm not saying it's because those movies are bad. I'm saying it's because this one movie is so great that it's just better than these. Like, to me personally, it's all my subjective opinion. Now, to me, it's not better than Spider-Man 2, but that's because Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi film, that is my favorite movie of all time in general. I've talked about that movie. It's been my favorite movie since I was a kid. That movie, there's nothing that's ever going to beat Spider-Man 2, and I just love that film. But I love this movie. It's just beautiful, and I love stories, coming of age stories. I love seeing stories about boys becoming men, and those kinds of movies have always been, soft spot for me, especially because I think I was 16 at the time. So I kind of related more to Miles at the time, because Miles, I believe, is supposed to be 15 and I was 16 when that movie came out. So that's why I love the movie. I have a deep love for it. And heading into Across the Spider-Verse, that's the main, that's the main thing that I have for it, that I just love that first one. Now, the first teaser came out, and I thought the teaser was all right. I just felt like the teaser really didn't show you much character. I thought it just showed you more, hey, we have spider people. And that was my worry heading into this film. My worry was that it was just going to be, oh, look, we have spider people everywhere. But the trailer came out, and yeah, you do get to see, oh my God, there's a spider. I have a spider here. I'm not even joking. Let me actually see if I can show you. Look, I got a spider right there. Yo, what are the chances? What are the chances? I'm talking about Spider-Man and a spider shows it right there. I guess I got to kill it later. But I know my arachnophobes out there are right now pissing their pants or shitting right now. I'm just kidding. But no, it excited me for the movie. I can't wait for the movie. And the second trailer finally showed you more, because I don't care about the spider people. I don't care. Give me a good story. And the thing that really got me from this trailer is seeing that Miles is still having to coexist with his Spider-Man side and his human side, because that's what makes a Spider-Man story. You get to see the average man mixed in with the hero aspect. I always thought that's the most beautiful part of a Spider-Man film. That's why I love Spider-Man 2 so much to me, right? And you're seeing, he's now kind of growing up. He's like he's now in his teenage phase. Usually when you're in your teenage phase, you're kind of cocky, you're arrogant, you have this weird ego, you're treating everyone like shitty because now you have this newfound ego and you want more independence in your life. It's hard for your parents to accept that kind of stuff. And I did like that. I thought that was cool. So the trailer was great. The music was great. It seems like there's going to be some consequences. Miles having to learn that part of being Spider-Man is you can't save everyone. And I just think that, this trailer just blew me away. And I'm gonna say this right now. Into the Spider-Verse, or not into Across the Spider-Verse, is my second most anticipated film of the year, just behind The Flash. I'm more excited for this movie than I am for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which I cannot wait for that film. But I'm excited for Across the Spider-Verse. I'm gonna be there day one. All right, so let me read the chat. Let's see. Tom Holland's Peter knows there are multiple Earths now. But how did Mysterio know or knew to assume that MCU is Earth 616? There's no way he went, oh yeah, I forgot. No, that one is Mysterio doesn't know multiverse exists. That was just more as a lie. But my assumption to why he said 616 was just because Kevin Feige wanted to put a little Easter egg, a little reference to it. So that is my assumption. I don't, because Mysterio, it is confirmed in the movie, he doesn't know about multiverse. I mean, considering he's smart, he probably knows it exists, but he doesn't know anything about it. Like, he doesn't know how many Earths there are. He doesn't know how many variants of him there are. That is my assumption. But yeah, it is what it is. Now, you just listen to too much Playboy Cardi. Drip says, Isaac, you talk about a PS5, man. I want a PS3. They had amazing games back then, but fall off. Cybertron, Spider-Man, Web of Shadows, Shadow Dimensions. I do miss my PS3. I do miss it. I don't know what happened to it, but I think I gave it away. Oh wait, I remember. I gave it away to one of my nephews. But yeah, it is what it is. Hey Isaac, get bit by it so you can join Miles and Miguel and Jimmy. You know what? I gotta try. I gotta go to like a tarantula pit or something. Let me drink a little bit of water. I'm already feeling thirsty. This will be somewhat of a short stream. I'm gonna try going at least an hour per se, but it's not gonna be a completely long stream. But no, the trailer was great. Forgot the Barbie trailer dropped yesterday, which I already made a video on. I'm not gonna watch the movie in theaters. The only way, and I found the trailer. While it wasn't a good trailer per se, it's not a trailer because the job of a trailer is to get you more hype for a film. This trailer did not get me hyped. It was just more kind of silly. While I thought, while I would like to go see the movie, I am more than likely not. The only way I'll go watch this movie is if someone pays for my ticket, and or if the reviews are so great, like they have to be Flash level great for me in order to even consider watching the film. Uh, I don't know, man. I'm excited for Mario today. We should honestly let me go. Actually, you know what? Let's go to the Mario section. Let me tomatoes. I actually haven't even gone to see the reviews for Mario. Let's actually see what they are. Um, let's see. CJH paid for it via monthly membership. Thank you. CJH wants me to go watch Barbie. I mean, he has been a member for a while, so I think I've obviously made $5 from him. I don't remember how long he's been a member, or I don't really remember. Member. Okay, let's see. Let me share the screen. Where is it? All right. So we have here the Mario movie, which I am watching today. All right. Zoom in. So we have with 113 reviews on the critic side, we have a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes. At the audience score, we have 100 plus verified ratings with a 98%. You are seeing some form of difference with critics and audiences, which is understandable because like this movie I don't think is for like people, because you have to remember something of movies a year, hundreds of movies a year. So I do think they are more picky about it because they watch so many movies. With audience, it is because audiences choose to watch this film. Critics do not necessarily, right? But let's read a couple. Let me read a negative one. Harris, Dang. You know what? Let's put top critics. Top critics. Let's see what they have to say. His membership reset because he forgot to pay. He's back at 1. Hey, that's all right. That still means he still gave me money. Thank you to CJs. Thank you to everyone who's a member. It always means a lot to have all you wonderful, beautiful people support this channel financially. And it means completely a lot because I never in my life did I expect to make a single dime from YouTube. So it means a lot regardless, whether it's $1, $2, or 50 cents. I don't care. It means a lot regardless. All right, let me read this negative one. John Nugget says from Empire Magazine says beautifully animated and about as faithful and affectionate as a corporate cash-in possible to get, but still doesn't come close to the experience of playing the games. Oh my god, that sounded like a good review initially. Whoa. Okay, we got Brian Talarico, top critic. A movie that's a hollow as a trailer, something that willfully avoids any ambitious. Mario and Luigi deserve so much better. All right, now Kimmy from Arizona Republic with a good review saying, with the soundtrack of 80s hits and score that incorporates the game's iconic and effects and songs, the animated film infuses old with new. Nice. What I have heard from reviews is they are saying they play a lot of pop culture music from the 80s. Wait, when was Mario made? Was Mario in 80s? I mean, I know he was in the 80s, but was he made in the 80s? I don't even know the history that much. I did grow up playing with a lot of Mario games. I do have Mario Kart and Smash Bros on my Switch. I did grow up with a lot of Mario games. I remember playing Super Mario Bros on my DS. I remember playing Mario Kart a lot. Mario Party was fun. I remember I had Mario Strikers. I had a lot of Mario games. My favorite Mario game though is the DS version of Mario 64, because that was the game that genuinely made me fall in love with Mario. I love Mario. There was actually a birthday party of mine. I think it's the only birthday party I ever had in my entire life, and it was when I turned 7 or 8 or 6. I don't remember which one was it, but I dressed up as Mario for my birthday, and I had a all Mario theme. So I do have a genuine love for Mario. So you can consider me excited for this movie. And guess what? You know what all the reviews are saying? All the reviews are saying the voice cast was great. And by the way, and remember, when the voice cast got revealed, I made a video about it. You know what I kept saying? I said Charlie Day is the most perfect casting of all time for Luigi. And a lot of the reviews are saying that Charlie Day was perfect. I also defended Chris Pratt. I defended Seth Rogen. I defended Jack Black as Bowser. You know, I defended all these voice casts, and I feel like now it's coming back to me being like, hey, you know what? You were right. You were right. And it feels like I am right. But the number one thing I was right about is Charlie Day as Luigi. And it seems all the reviews are praising him. The main praise I'm seeing is for Jack Black, which I think makes sense. But Charlie Day was the one I kept backing up. Charlie Day. And I'm going to watch it today, so maybe I'm wrong. But it seems like just from the reviews that it seems like I was right. Everyone was memeing on it, being like, hey, it's like, hey, this voice cast is horrible. And I said, fuck no. This is a good voice cast right here. Imagine defending Chris Pratt as Mario. I mean, are you seeing any negatives for the only negative I've heard so far was some people saying that Seth Rogen's not a good feels too Seth Rogen-y. That's like casting Elizabeth Olsen to play Kratos. No, it's not. No, it's not. Come on, Vortex, you know damn well it's not. That is a completely different character in general. Because Mario doesn't even talk in the dang movie. I mean, not movie, in the games. All you hear is, yeah, wahoo. You just hear them weird, stereotypical Italian voices. And guess what? In the trailers, he makes those noises, and they sound nearly exactly as the games. And I like the voice. Especially because Mario, especially in this movie, is supposed to be an American Italian. American Italians do not just sound like pizza-loving, pasta-eating Italians, you know? Italics. So, and even in the show, the Super Mario show, Mario does not sound like the games. In fact, he sounds more like an Italian American, someone from New Jersey. But no one complained about that. French dub better. Well, I'm never going to say that because I've never watched a French dialogue movie. Let's go. They sound like a Vortex. I don't even know what you're smoking, bro. I don't know what you're smoking, but that you are wrong about that. Chris Pratt sounds good. He sounds like an Italian, but he sounds like an American Italian. You know? But yeah. And in the games, he doesn't even talk. So, like, you know? Actually, he does talk, but you just see it in speech bubbles, or you just hear, oh, wahoo. You just hear those funny, quick sounds. But to say Elizabeth Olsen as Kratos, that is a completely, even if you didn't like Chris Pratt, that is a completely different thing. But hey, all the reviews are saying Chris Pratt sounds good, and he doesn't really feel like a Chris Pratt. That's what I'm seeing from the reviews. What I'm seeing is that Chris Pratt does good, and everyone does great. But Seth Rogen specifically sounds more just exactly like Seth Rogen. You know, it's Brooklyn, not Italian. Yeah, but I'm saying Italian American. You know. Oh wait, you're defending what I'm saying. Oh yeah. Because I've heard Italians from Brooklyn. I've heard Italians from New York in general. They don't sound like a lot of them don't even sound Italian. Or at least the Italian you think. A lot of them sound more like a mixture. It feels like very New Yorky with a hint of pizza. I'm just kidding. A hint of Italian. It's like me. I don't sound like your typical Jose or Juan living in Mexico. I don't sound like that, but I do have. You can hear sometimes rolling from my tongue. Like if I'm saying a Spanish word, it will sound like I can't speak authentic Spanish, right? That's kind of what you see with Chris Pratt in the trailers. It sounds like he's speaking American, like English American, but anytime an Italian word comes out, it does sound very Italian-like, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is what it is. Honestly, I'll say this right now. I would have been even more mad if they just kept the Mario guy, because I feel like that guy probably can't carry a movie with that voice in it of itself. You know what I mean? Here's Katie Walsh saying, mildly amusing, swift, noisy, and unrelentingly paced. That is what the biggest criticism I've seen so far is the movie's too quick, and that really worries me because I think the movie's like an hour and 30 minutes. That is. Oh, I didn't even see Drip left a comment. Let me actually put up Drip's comment. If there was an Avengers Next Generation movie and it was about the kids of the movie, but grown into like 18-year-old, like Thor's daughter, Iron Lad, the daughter of Iron Man, and Scar, would you like it? Yeah, I would like that. As long as the movie's good. Like to me, I think you can make any movie ever. You can make any movie ever as long as the movie is good. That's what I care about. Like for example, imagine going and pitching in the Cocaine Bear movie. I guarantee you, some people in that producing room laughed. I guarantee you that some people in that producing room laughed. They laughed. I guarantee you that's what happened, right? Um. But I don't know. I think any movie can be good. A Scar, we haven't really seen much. Sorry, felt like I saw a car passing by. What was I saying? Oh, I don't mind the characters too, as long as you write the characters good and you make a good movie. You good characters, solid story around. I mean, if the movie's bad, then I'll feel like I'll regret. But I think any movie can be done well, any movie, realistically. But yeah, but imagine if you just got someone's IP address right, and now for some reason they got the SWAT team coming to the house. But what if you dox the person that just so happened to actually be a criminal? Like let's say let's say the SWAT team shows up at this person's house, and all of a sudden you see a basement filled with, I don't know, strangers, and you see a basement and you find out this guy was a human trafficker or something like that. I'm just kidding, but yeah, Ratio L Bozo fell off. How are you gonna do a movie in 1 hour 37 and less minutes? Well, no, I think you can make movies short, especially if they're kids movies, because kids are more a lot of times not gonna want to. Well, depending on the kid, like 3-year-olds probably don't want to watch 2-hour films. Um, I don't know, especially in the theater. I guess would be difficult. An hour and 30-minute movie, you can do it well. It's just that there's some movies that require you to be longer. Not every movie has to be the same length time. Endgame deserved that 3-hour length time, but a movie like Morbius shouldn't have a 3-hour runtime. You know, there's just some movies. Although one of my only major criticism of Morbius, I did have a lot of criticisms. I liked the Morbius movie. I still enjoyed it, unironically. But my biggest criticism of Morbius was that movie needed 20 more minutes, or not 20 more, 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes would have been better because I felt like some moments were too quick. Some moments should have had a little more time. That is my worry with Mario, because even the people loving Mario, like 3C Films is one of them, Jeremy Johnson's another, they are saying that the movie is too quick and there could have been more world building. They're also saying that the story itself is not good, but the characters are great and everything. Another worry I do have is apparently you don't get to see a lot of Mario and Luigi, which is kind of hinted at in the trailers, which sucks because I want to see Mario and Luigi together, but I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. There is one voice actor that I have criticized, or I haven't yet publicly, but I saw there. So I was watching one of the commercials, and you got to hear Cranky Kong's voice for the first time. And one thing, Cranky Kong doesn't sound old. I would have loved. He sounded young. He sounded like a young 30-year-old guy. But I always preferred. I wanted Cranky Kong to have like that old man voice, like that "get off my lawn" voice, you know. But yeah.
Okay.
Now you die.
I still have that clip. I completely forgot I did. Anyways, we're gonna go like 20-ish more minutes. I just want everyone to remember that it is for me 12:56. I don't want to go on too long, but yeah, it is what it is. What do you mean Morbius shouldn't be a 3-hour long? Do you mean it should be a more billion hours long? Yes, that confirm that. 5 minutes. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, the Mario movie, very excited for it. To make some predictions, I'm gonna make predictions for what my review will say. I think my favorite character in the movie is going to be Bowser. I think he's gonna be my favorite character. Um, that's my main prediction. I think I'm gonna like the movie. I'm a pretty simple guy. I do tend to be picky, but I tend to be simple. I tend to like a lot of movies, you know, and I like to go into popcorn flicks a lot. You guys saw I love popcorn flicks, you know. But yeah, it is what it is. I know that line is gonna be a meme from Donkey Kong. Yeah, it was also the first time we ever got to hear Seth Rogen talk as Donkey Kong, because in the trailers you don't really get to hear him at all. But in the commercial, they did reveal Seth Rogen talking. Let me drink some water real quick. Gotta have some. I gotta have. Oh crap! Oh, I just realized there's a little hole right there. There's a little hole in my water bottle. Very little. I have had this water bottle for years now. Give me a second, actually. Ooh. I'm kind of thirsty, bro. I will say, doing these streams alone, yeah, it did leak a little. Like, that's how I felt. I felt like something coming out, and I was like, but the only thing leaking right now is my piss. I'm just kidding. No, that's actually the piss bottle. So when I'm streaming, obviously I can't get up. I can't get up to piss. So what I do is I have this down here so that I can piss, and I'm actually just drinking it. So you guys are weird. You guys are watching someone drink their own piss. I'm just kidding, obviously. For legal reasons, I am, of course, joking. I'm just kidding. I was driving. Now I'm home. Ooh, you're driving and texting? Sus. I'm just kidding. Heard everything. Yes. W. Let's see. It's titled Spider-Man Trailer Breakdown. Where's the break? Broke down my thoughts on it. So, does it? Oh, I read that. Charlie Day is from New York and has an Italian background, so it's perfect. He sounds Italian American. Like, you know what's funny? I was watching. I think I said this on Twitter, but a couple months ago, I was watching. What's the show? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia for the first time ever, right? And I watched it for the first time, and quite literally, the very first episode, Charlie Day says the hard N word, and I was like, bro, I feel like someone's gonna clip that out and put Luigi saying that. And I'm like, dang. But I love that show. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I actually watched most of it now, and it's a really funny show. And Charlie Day is perfect in that show. But yeah, Your House About to Flood by Tomorrow. But Charlie Day sounds Italian. Like, he sounds like an Italian American. That wasn't the reason why I thought he was perfect as Luigi. I just think Luigi's always portrayed as someone who's very anxious. He always is scared, he's nervous, and he's very anxious. And Charlie Day, his voice portrays that character perfectly, right? So that's why I always thought he's perfect for Luigi. He sounds exactly what I would think of Luigi sound, right? Your House About to Flood by Tomorrow, yes, sir. Very soon I'm gonna go see the Mario movie. Me too, man. Me too. I can't wait. Today is game day for the Mario Brothers movie, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Imagine you go to the theater, you're excited for the Mario movie, all the trailers play, you got your popcorn, your soda ready, and then all of a sudden they decide to play the 90s Mario movie. I actually have only seen that movie once. I've only ever seen that 90s Mario movie once, and that was when I was like 14. And I watched it because it was on TV for free. And I watched it and didn't like it. And the reason why I didn't like it is because it just looked weird. I won't lie to you. It just looked weird to me. I hated how they did Goombas. Goombas were literally like these big bodies with like tiny dinosaur heads poking out. I thought that was dumb. And so that's why hearing that they were even making this Mario movie excited me, mainly because Nintendo has not done a Mario movie for a long time because they've been nervous. They've been scared because they don't want to ruin the Mario brand, because Mario is way too popular for them to ruin. And so excited me. The only thing that got me nervous, and I'm still nervous about this, it's Illumination. Illumination has never made a movie I love. They've made movies I like. Like, I like the first Despicable Me movie. The Secret Life of Pets movies are okay. That one Grinch movie they did was okay. The Lorax movie, I think that one was all right. But I look at their whole pantheon. Actually, let me search that up. I feel like there's some movies I'm missing. Let me search it up on my phone. Illumination movies. All right, let's see. Okay, so they also did Sing. I think Sing was decent. Both of them. I saw both of them. They did Hop. Ooh, they did a live action movie, Hop? Really? I mean, okay, so that one I thought was okay. All the movies I'm looking at are okay. The only one I genuinely like is the first Despicable Me movie. That's the only one from Illumination. So to me, Illumination's never had a high bar with them per se. So that's the thing that got me most nervous. When I heard the voice cast, I was like, oh shit, this actually excites me. Because I thought they had a great voice cast. Although they should get Dwayne Johnson to do Waluigi, and they should get Danny DeVito to do Wario. I'm just kidding, obviously. But imagine. I did love all the memes coming out. I love, especially the memes of like who's gonna play the rest of the characters. Like freaking Keanu Reeves is gonna play the Piranha Plant. Which, by the way, I don't know who plays Smash Bros here, but why the heck is Piranha Plant a character in Smash Bros but not Waluigi? I have no idea. Why is Piranha Plant a character in Smash Bros but not Waluigi? How? How? I'm just kidding. You know who they should get to play Chomp Chomp? They should get Jared Leto to play Chomp Chomp. They got to get Joaquin Phoenix to play Diddy Kong. Just get all those random actors. But yeah, it is what it is. Drip says the Mario movie may not be perfect, but it will be better than the Injustice movie. It changed so many things. The movie was stupid. Yeah, I did a review for it. It's on my channel. My issue with that Injustice movie is it did injustice, but it did it so quick and so, because the thing that made the Injustice game so amazing was the characters, the conflict amongst them, right? And and you learned about the characters. You figured what is their motivation, so that when the conflict arose, it became this big deal, right? And you cared. The issue with the Injustice movie is it has the conflict, but you don't get to get a lot of the character, and you did it so quick that when everything finally broke down, you didn't feel anything for the characters. You didn't. Like for example, the Flash. You don't get to see much of the Flash, but when he dies, they try to make it seem like you need to care about him. But the thing is, you didn't give me enough of this Flash to make me care about it. You know? And that happens at the beginning. That was literally in the trailer, so not much of a spoiler. But yeah, I watched it once and I will never rewatch it again. I genuinely did not like Injustice. I don't remember if I had any hype for it. I think I didn't, but I don't know. It was a little disappointing. Anyways, it is what it is. I don't know. That Injustice movie, not good. I actually, funny enough, I saw a 4K Ultra HD copy of it. Oh, there's a picture. I found a Doomsday Funko Pop of BVS. I did not even know this existed. And also I got another thing to show y'all, but here I have a picture. I found this Doomsday Funko Pop. And it was for $5. It was for $5. This shit looks ugly. Like I was fine with the Doomsday design in the movie, but this Funko Pop was ugly, and I saw this yesterday at a Second and Charles. That is ugly. Although I did buy one thing. Now I've told you now that I've retired from buying figures. I've retired from buying figures. But I got with this one thing, and it's not for me. But let me get it real quick. All right, so I'm gonna see if the tag is still there. No. So I got this Heath Ledger McFarlane figure, and it looks so good. And it comes with the Cashy Burns right here. It comes with the Bane head too. That for sure I like. But I think I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna get my second camera so that I can give y'all a better view. Although, but yeah, you got to see Bane there. It's ugly, the design. Ugly. Oh, wait, hold up. It's ugly like the design, accurate dang. But nice. Ooh, peak Joker. This is my favorite Joker of all time. So I just had to get, because the movie came out over a decade ago, and just now they had these released. However, it is not for me, unfortunately. This is actually for my sister, who her favorite movie of all time is The Dark Knight, and her birthday comes up in like 2 months, and I because she knows I like getting figures. I haven't gone figures in a long time. Last time I actually bought a figure was that you guys have seen my Black Adam statue. I got that back in October, and I stopped because it's too much money. I actually sold a lot of my Funko Pops, but because my sister for her birthday she wanted some this, and I realized this is a once in a time I could get it. I just had to buy her this Joker, and it says The Dark Knight. They also had Christian Bale's Batman, which I didn't get, which looked really good. It's weird. McFarlane is the most inconsistent toy company of all time. It's the most inconsistent toy company because sometimes they'll drop some absolute bangers, but then they'll drop like the ugliest shits ever. Like the Flash movie, the Flash movie figures look ugly. The Ben Affleck one looks ugly. The Michael Keaton one looks ugly. The Flash one, the Flash himself looks decent. Even the variant Flash, the younger Flash. But Sasha Guy's Supergirl looks ugly in that. But I did have to get her this Heath Ledger, which looks great. I don't know how they dropped these because this Joker looks great. And I have a couple. Like I have an entire lineup over there. Let me actually show you. Let me put this right here. I have an entire lineup right there. You guys see that? Right there. That's the entire Snyder lineup. I'm gonna see if I can get closer to it. But yeah, you guys see that? You get Steppenwolf. You get Darkseid, Black Superman. That Nightmare Batman's not a McFarlane figure. I forget company that is, but I have Cyborg Flash. I do have Affleck's Batman. He's the I forget what the suit is called. It's like the armored suit, right? I don't know if I have. Yeah, I think those are it. Yeah, I think those are it. But I do have I forgot. I have the Batman too. Over here, I have Pattinson's Batman. I have the Riddler. That one, I think that statue is also McFarlane statue. I like the statue a lot, but I also had another McFarlane figure, but I don't remember where I left that. I do have this. Look, this when the reason why I stopped toy collecting is I would end up collecting toys I didn't need. This was one of them. This is Robert Pattinson's Batman, wearing his Buffy black jacket, backpack. Let me read some of it. Oh, Patrick, what's up, Patrick? How you doing? Barcelona towel. Yeah, I have a lot of Barcelona gear, bro. A lot of Barcelona gear. Also, Clásicos. Clásicos. I even have this little Barcelona ball right there. You see the red ball? Yep, that's a Barcelona ball. I have a lot of Barcelona. There's like some of the most. I have some of the most unnecessary Barcelona merchandise. Funny enough, but I have this this is Bruce Wayne in the movie. I also had a little penguin one. That's why I gave up on toys, because I realized I was buying so much. And the thing is, and I tell this to anyone my age, right now, in your 20s, same thing with your teens, but mainly your 20s. In your 20s, you got to save up money because we have entire future ahead of us, and we cannot buy these nerd shits because we don't know how the future is going to be. I mean, this isn't just for young people too. This can apply to anyone, whether you're 40, 60, 100, whatever. But like, you should save money right now, because that is the number one life motto I have in life is work now, rest later. That is my number one work motto, right? I believe in working hard, right? Maybe that's the Mexican in me, but still. Let's see. Did I miss any comments? Arkham Unlimited says, to be honest, they should put the Injustice animation into parts because it's a very long story for Injustice Part 1. Yeah, I feel like they should have done it as a series, like a 40-minute episode series for like maybe 10 episodes, but yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. McFarlane Spawn toys. I've never seen the Spawn ones specifically, but I was actually about to get Dr. Fate. The Dr. Fate one looked cool. I also have an Atom Smasher figure. Look, that I went crazy at one point. It never got me into debt, which is something I'm lucky about. But the thing is, I also had to sell a lot of Funko Pops because I just had too many. And even then, I don't even, because I used to have a stack of Funko Pops just laying on top of one another. And I realized they were just kind of collecting dust, and I had to cool it down. I do love my background, like especially right here, the shelf I have of movies, a couple of Funko Pops. That's actually a Shrek blanket. I actually have that just so that there can be less noise coming from over there. Also have some posters right there. But yeah, posters are pretty cheap. like I think the most expensive I paid for one was $10. But yeah. Oh, we got Chris. What's up, Chris? He says, excellent room, Isaac. Thank you, Chris. I know Chris has like an entire museum of posters, or not posters, figures and all that. I still collect physical media. That's like the one thing I still collect. But toys and all that, I stopped. Barca had Isaac facts. My house looks like dead ass toy store low chilled out. I would like to see that, like to see someone with like an entire. I know there's a guy who bought so much Star Wars figures that he made it into a museum where you can actually walk in, and he has like posters from when they initially came out, all the posters, but he has like figures that you could only get in that time period. I'm like, God damn, bro. But yeah, I mean, there was a time where I used to want to collect so much, but now I'm relaxed. Although it is hard for me to go because I have to go grocery shopping. Sometimes I'll go to like a Walmart or something, and I'll like see like a figure, and I'm like, I gotta get it. But then I'm like, no, Isaac, calm down. It'll look good now, but in the future, you might want to shit yourself, you know. Let's see. Lol. The only person I've seen with more stuff than me is Enosh. Ooh, Enosh. Enosh has so much, not just in his. I don't know if people have seen this, but in his what room is that? Is that just his like? What would that be? His garage? I don't know, but his garage is filled with figures, posters, everything, so much. And then on top of that, in his bedroom, he has a lot of stuff, even there. And then in his restroom, he had a framed poster of, I think it's Star Wars, which I think I have the exact poster. I don't know if it's that same one, but like, God damn, like Enoch has so much, bro, so much. But hey, the difference. I don't mean to be that guy, but Enosh is married. He ain't got to worry anymore, you know, because I still bring women here. Okay, so that was another. That I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was another reason why I kind of limited. I limited it because women walk here. Because right now, it's very limited what I have. What I have is like very. It's a lot to the average person, but not really that much. Like, and I like to have space in my room and everything. So I have changed it up a lot, but it's still a lot per se. But I do it so that women walk in because I'm still young. I'm in my 20s. You know, a lot of the older guys out there, they already got their woman, their man, whatever. So that was another reason why I had to limit it. I'm not even joking about that, man. Let's see. Drip says if the Blue Beetle movie is good, I hope there's a sequel, but make it Blue Beetle against the scarab alien race and have scenes of Blue Beetle versus Black Beetle. Is this supposed to be a race thing? I'm just kidding. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I hope this movie does well. I'm excited for it. But yeah, here's this Bruce Wayne figure. There's also a version. I literally was 2 seconds away from getting the version of him that didn't have the mask. That's how dumb. And these things cost like $20. You know, it's like, bro. Enosh retiring from YouTube probably. Yeah, he's taking. I don't think he's retiring. I think he's taking a break. And I can't blame him because he was involved in so much YouTube shit. You know, that's happened to me before. There's been many times where that's why if you go on my channel, I don't talk about drama that much because I know it just demotivates me. Also, my channel is a movie talk channel, not a movie YouTuber talk channel. So that's why you like, yeah, I made a Campia video not long ago, but besides that, you still see me talking Marvel, DC, Star Wars, whatever. And that's kind of been my whole goal in 2023, which I've done really well at the end of 2022. There's been a couple, very few times where I talk about geeks and gamers, but usually I do separate because if I talk about YouTubers, it's good for the short term, but bad for the long term. Because I want people to come here and be like, hey, this guy's talking about movies, not about YouTubers. Because YouTubers, well, yes, they do affect the movie talk space. They don't affect the movies themselves. So really, you're not really... If you see someone's channel that's more about movie YouTubers, then it's not really a movie talk channel. It's now just a movie YouTuber talk channel. That's how I put it. But yeah. Chris says, did you see my stream last night? I was like, Isaac and my job. Yeah, I actually saw it. I saw it just a couple of hours ago in the morning when I was playing FIFA. That's something I do have an issue with that. I've said that many times. A lot of times I'll watch someone's video, but will forget to comment because I'm not a big commenter. Usually I'm on my laptop because On my phone, I've actually deleted Twitter and Discord. I still have YouTube there, but I have another account. I don't have my main account, so I don't really have the people I subscribe to there. So I have it on my laptop. On my laptop, I play like a YouTuber. I'm like, I'll watch this. And yeah, I was like, oh, Chris mentioned my name. Let's go. And he was talking about all this stuff that's happened. But yeah, but yeah, thank you, Chris, man. That means a lot. Good to always see you here. Um, it's Isaac, did you see the woke across the Spiderverse and Blue Beetle videos? I haven't seen. I've told you I've not watched a single Geeks and Gamers video since the Princess Peach's woke video that Jeremy made. That's the last time I watched a full video. I did watch the clip of Ryan Kinnell being triggered about the Batman is fascist joke. We did react to that on my stream last time, but besides that, I haven't really seen it. I've seen some thumbnails. I actually saw, I think it's Yellow Flash. Yellow Flash posted a video saying that people are hating on Mario because they are woke. But it's weird because now it's canceling each other out. First, Peach was woke, and now the people who hate Mario is woke. So I don't know. I hate the word woke. Anytime I hear anyone use the word woke unironically, I immediately think you're stupid. I'm not even joking. And I feel like I feel like sometimes in the modern day, we got to be able to call people stupid more often, maybe in a respectful way, because if you say it in an a-hole way, no one's really going to listen to you. But if you say it in a respectful way, I think you could do it. But I don't know. We live in this weird time where everything has to be political. Not to be fair, I'm young, so I don't know how the 80s, 90s, or early 2000s were. So maybe I'm just saying that because everyone else says it, but it is what it is. Yeah, that place is called Rancho Obi-Wan. It's the biggest collection in the world. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was the name. I wonder how much it costs to go in that place. But yeah, here's the last figure I'll probably ever buy. And it was not for me. It's for my sister. So yeah, and it's a cool figure. I like it. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. It's a G.I. Joe guy. I've actually never been a big G.I. Joe guy, but I didn't grow up much with G.I. Joe. I did watch the movies, all of them. I think all the movies are mid, or not mid, bad actually, but I'm not the biggest G.I. Joe guy, so yeah, it is what it is. I see Sideways and Anthony in the chat. Let me read the rest of the comments real quick before I go there. Typical Morbhead Isaac, yes sir. Hello, what is up, Anthony Beltray? He says Creed 3 or John Wick 4. My favorite movie so far of the year is John Wick 4, but Creed 3, I did like that movie a lot. So yeah, it's like I would say John Wick 4 is my favorite movie of 2023 so far. Bad Money was in WWE. He's training for El Muerto. Yes, El Muerto. You know what? All these people are saying Blue Beetle is the ultimate Latino movie. Guess what? You have not seen El Muerto yet. El Muerto is that movie. I'm just kidding. I do hope the movie's good. I mean, my issue with the movie is mainly that it's Bad Bunny being casted, and I tend to prefer them just to use an actor. But I guess the only reason why they made the movie is because Bad Bunny wanted to, with the character that's only had like 2 comics that I've never read. But yeah. Yo, what's up? What's up, Sideways 52? How you doing? Let me drink a little bit of water. We'll go for a little more. I'm drinking straight out of the piss bottle. But let's see. Creed 3 was a good movie, but it didn't feel like, yeah, you said that in your stream yesterday. It didn't feel like a Rocky movie. I like Creed 3. It wasn't my favorite of the trilogy. My favorite is still the first one, but I still thought it was a solid, good movie. I enjoyed it. I did like Jonathan Majors a lot in it. It did feel unique from the rest of the, not just Creed movies, but from the Rocky movies specifically. But I really liked it. I enjoyed it. See, oh yeah, Super White showed me the clip. Crap. Oh, you're talking the Ryan Kinnell clip. Bro, Ryan Kinnell. You know what's funny? I was considering meeting Ryan Kinnell last year. Not just Ryan Kinnell, but Geeks and Gamers. So my friends went to this anime convention last summer. And I found out a week prior that Geeks and Gamers. So Jeremy showed up, Neurotic, Young Rippa, Ryan Kinnell, and I actually had a plan. And this was when I was at my most ultimate YouTube phase. This was what I call my woke phase, where I was just talking about Geeks and Gamers all the time. And I was literally considering going there, recording myself, and getting Ryan to say, is it true that there's too many good black people on YouTube? I wasn't gonna say it like in an angry way. I was gonna say it in a funny comedic way, because obviously I don't want beef. I don't like getting into conflicts like that, but I did want to jokingly like poke the bear and be like, but I ultimately decided not to, because I hate anime. I'm not even joking. I do not like anime. Right? I do not. My friends love anime, but I did not go to the convention because I would have had to pay for the pass, which I think was $150, and then the hotel. We were gonna split the bill, and I think I was gonna pay like around $200. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to pay $300 for anime. I hate anime. I've watched a lot of anime. I do not like anime at all. I've watched one season of My Hero Academia. That is the most god awful show I've seen in my life. Deku is the most annoying character of all time. I do not like him. I did watch One Punch Man. I did watch One Punch Man. I really like One Punch Man, but everything else I watched was just so mid to me, at most mid. All right, let me catch up with the comments. What Mario woke video game characters? Yeah, they were calling Peach woke. But yeah, and also I like the Across the Spiderverse trailer and looks really good. You know what? Here's one thing I will criticize. They are mad at Princess can do combat, but this is a game, or the games are literally about two average Italian plumbers somehow fighting a giant dragon. But yet a princess who is a leader, being acrobatic and athletic and being able to do combat, is apparently bad. Princess of leader of a nation to brothers who are plumbers fighting a dragon. I don't know, man. And also I like the Across the Spider Verse. Looks really good. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. The last figure about was the Generation 1 Starscream and Jetfire. That is awesome, dude. But yeah, Joseph Gordon Levitt, okay, G.I. Joe. Isaac, I'm about to see Super Mario Bros. In the next hour. That's awesome, dude. I get to watch a Mario movie later tonight at, what time is it right now? 1:20. Ooh, I gotta end the stream in like 10 minutes because the Barcelona game in like 30 minutes. But I get to watch the movie at 7:30 p.m. tonight, so there will be a review tonight. So make sure you stay alert for that. Barbie Sweet Better. Yeah. I like G.I. Joe. For me, I mostly like Snake Eyes as a ninja who can take pain and is skilled and take stabs, and heck, he can get his arm broken and snap it back to place. Yeah, I'm not the biggest G.I. Joe fan. I did watch Snake Eyes. I thought Snake Eyes was awful, but yeah. Or Sony wants the Hispanic demographic since Bad Bunny is a big superstar for Hispanic Latinos. I mean, what I think it is Bad Bunny wants to do acting. And Bad Bunny is a famous guy, especially for the Latino audience. A lot of Latino. I won't lie to you. I'm not. Can I actually, before I say what I have to say? So when I was covering Sony CinemaCon, I accidentally put J Balvin in my thumbnail instead of Bad Bunny because I don't really listen to a lot of reggaeton like that. And I accidentally put J Balvin in my thumbnail. No one ever corrected me. But I'll tell you this right now. If I was white, or if I was white or any other race, I guarantee you people would have called me racist. But I'm not even joking. Go right now on my YouTube, search up Sony CinemaCon, and on the thumbnail you're seeing J Balvin. I'm not. That's how out of the loop I was at the time, because I don't know. To me, I didn't know who's who, and why did I even get the picture of J Balvin? But it is what it is. But I put it, and it's still up there. I still kept it like that. But that is one of the funniest things it's something that no one's ever corrected me on. No one's ever corrected me on that thumbnail. But if I was white, I guarantee you would have seen, oh, you think all Mexicans look the same? You know what? Yeah, I completely agree with that. I'm just kidding. Isaac, Blood and Blood is the greatest Latino movie ever. I don't know if I have any specific. I don't really ever think about it like that. But yeah, maybe it is. But soon it's gonna be El Muerto. Barbie gonna make $1 billion? Yes, sir. Bar $1 billion. I finally caught up. For some reason it paused when I was looking at my messages. Dang, that sucks. No, like anime. Yep, I didn't. I watched a lot of animes. Didn't really like it. But yeah, hold up. I ain't spending $300. But yeah, they spent $300 on the convention. If I ever go to a convention, I'd probably blog it and post it here just for fun. But I did almost, but I decided not to because ultimately I knew I wasn't gonna really like it. Um, then I saw the pictures they posted. I won't lie to you, I don't want to be that guy, but anime fans are a little weird. They have because at the convention they had a hentai section, and then they had body pillows, and there's a lot of guys who I don't mean to be that guy, but they look a bit incelish. I'm not saying my friends, but I'm saying in the convention I saw pictures. A lot of them look sweaty. It looks like people that smell bad, and they're taking pictures of like these women that were wearing like cosplay, and I was like, I don't know, this kind of feels like creepy. I'm kind of glad I never went to that convention in Houston, but yeah. Isaac racially motivated as usual. First of all, they got you started on crap. Well, yeah, I mean, I watched I think one episode of Demon Slayer, didn't really like it. Tried watching Dragon Ball Z, didn't really like it. I don't know. I guess I haven't found the right anime because I did like One Punch Man. I liked One Punch Man, but yeah. Uh, um, as soon as Isaac said mid, the anime community rises and says FBI anime community open up, knocks down Isaac's door, and we witnessed destruction before our very own eyes. Yeah, you would have seen like all the anime fans just break into my house. um, but yeah. Let's see. Madrid, please win. Fuck Madrid. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I think it's gonna be a difficult game. Madrid has a lot of motivation right now. They've lost 3 games to Barcelona in just 2023 alone. It's a Copa del Rey semifinal. You want to get to the final because the La Liga journey for Madrid is over. But hey, we'll have to wait and see and find out. There will be a video on my soccer channel, which I know a lot of people don't know exists, but it's the Shall We Walk podcast, link description down below. If you ever want to hear me talk about soccer, I know 90% of y'all do not care, but if you do like soccer, if you're part of that 10%, go subscribe to that channel. I'll do a match review after. But yeah, George Lopez looks like Billy Butcher. He does kind of look like him. I spent $20 to $40 in a convention hall. I've never gone to I really want to go to a convention one day, and there was actually one last year. There was one last year in Houston, in the same area. I forgot what the center is called, but it's this main convention center that's near Toyota Center, which is the Rocket Stadium. I forgot what it's called, but they did one for comic fans, and I was gonna go, but I had no one to go to, and at the time I was busy. But they had the actor for Homelander, and they had the actress for Echo from the MCU, and you could take pictures with them and all that. And I actually really considered it because I've never met a celebrity in my life. Although I did get that high five from Sergio Aguero, so that's close enough. But yeah. Anthony says, so Miguel has beef with Miles Morales, Doctor Strange, MCU Peter. Well, apparently, yeah. My college friends are into anime. Yeah, a lot of younger people are into anime. Like, it's weird because anime used to not be popular, but now it's like the shit. Like, there's a lot of people that like anime. Sometimes I feel like I'm out of the loop. They have those types of closed-in conventions. Someone just messaged me. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Didn't Saggy meet him? Oh yeah, she met Jeremy and Ryan. She met Jeremy and Ryan. I don't know if she met anyone else, but I remember she did that stream with Geeks and Gamers. But I'm fine with meeting them. I just think they're shitty, and I think they have shitty takes. And I'm not gonna lie to you. If I ever meet them, I will be like, hey, why do you make these kinds of videos? I wouldn't get in. I don't believe in conflict. I don't believe in having to get into issues like that. But I feel like I would like genuinely like to have a conversation with them and talk to them. Hey, why do you believe this? Why do you think this? But yeah, Isaac is not a weeb. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm not much better. I am a comic fan. I am a movie fan. But I will say the major difference is a lot of anime fans tend to be very sus. I've seen collect, and I don't mean to be that guy, but when I get collections, they're just like heroes. They're just heroes or villains that I like, and I'll have them around. But I've seen a lot of anime guys specifically, a lot of anime guys' collections, and it's like a bunch of figures of girls, very revealing clothing. Not saying that's bad, but I'm just saying I see that it's all of it. Then they have body pillows, which I find very creepy. And so that's why sometimes I get turned off by the anime fandom, because I see a lot of creepy shit. And then to make things worse, I sometimes have seen them have figures of underage kids, and that's where I'm very creeped out about anime. I'm not saying all anime fans. It's just that that's what I've seen, and I get concerned a lot of times. And yeah, that's why. So yeah, I'm a fan of anime, fan war Snyder Code 100%. I don't know if the anime fandoms talks. I don't know much about that. Then you'll like Mob Psycho. That is one my friend has talked a lot about this, made by some creator, almost the same premise. Every character has one punch in his face. Where would it? I know Hulu has a lot of anime, so I don't know. I'll consider it. Let's see. Shabby Ball Podcast, return on the chat. Yeah, Anthony. I know Anthony likes soccer. I actually have a soccer channel called Shabby Ball Podcast. You can search it up. Link description down below. So yeah. Ronaldo not good. I mean, I disagree with that, but I will always say that Messi is in fact the GOAT.
Con Leo Messi. Bueno, Leo, quedaste un poco caliente por el final.
¿Qué mira, bobo? Anda para allá, bobo. Anda para allá.
Tranquilo, Leo.
I love that clip. Also, I see Steph over in the chat. Let me where's his comment? Where is it? Yo, what's up, Steph? How you doing, man? We actually had a good conversation about Spider-Man a couple of hours ago. So yeah. Let's see. Is there any comments I'm missing? I mean, I am missing a lot, but where am I? Anime is definitely not for everyone. Yeah, I think that applies to everything. Like comics aren't for everyone, movies aren't for everyone. Like, for example, I have this one nerdy friend who loves a lot of Marvel DC comics, but I tried getting him into Star Wars and he didn't really like the movies. I think at most he said he liked Empire Strikes Back, but he said he didn't really like New Hope or Return of the Jedi. So yeah, apology not accepted. Oh yeah, Doctor Strange erased people knowing MCU Spider-Man's identity. Yes, sir. Stefo, what's up? Where am I? We don't claim the sus ones. Yeah, they're very weird, aren't they? Yeah, some of them are, from what I've learned. I don't know the details, but yeah, that's why I'm a little iffy when it comes to the anime fans, you know. But even the ones that aren't underage, like the normal, I guess, adult ones, even then I feel creepy. I don't know how someone can have posters and figures of like anime girls, because I feel like that. I feel like I'd be a little creeped out. I feel like I'd be embarrassed. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I have nerdy shit. You see Infinity War, BVS, the entire Marvel comics, my entire Marvel comics line up there. I have a couple of these kind of shirts, but like that's at most as it gets. Like, and even then, I've stopped buying figures, even though I just had to get this Heath Ledger Joker. I've not bought one since October, but I had to get it because it's Heath Ledger's Joker. But it's not even for me; it's for my sister. For her birthday in like 2-ish months. But yeah, let's see. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Should be on Hulu. Anthony watches soccer football. I thought he was an NBA guy. I mean, I like the NBA too. You can like more than one sport. But yeah, he was talking about the World Cup. I remember that. Everyone gets surprised, but I actually love watching basketball. I actually played basketball for a bit. Like at school, I remember in 7th grade, I played for the basketball team. Now I was on the bench, but funny enough, I was the only Mexican on the basketball team. It was always the funniest thing because sometimes when you play sports, you get into conflicts. A lot of times, I would just anytime I shit talked, I would like literally say it in Spanish, because no one would understand me. It was like a bunch of black guys, a few white guys, and then I was the only Hispanic guy. It was funny. And I remember the first day of practice, one of the guys, I didn't know this guy, so I do deem it as racist, but the guy was like, "Aren't you supposed to be playing soccer?" Which, yeah, I play a lot more soccer. I love soccer. I do watch the NBA. Unfortunately, I'm a Rockets fan. So for the next however many years I'm having to suffer. But yeah, I do love the NBA, but I mainly watch soccer, especially European soccer. But yeah. Did you see the far right clowns complaining about the protect trans kids? In Gwen's room, a small detail in the background, these anti-SJWs are just, yeah, true. They are sensitive SJWs. That's what I've always said. They do exactly what SJWs do. They get triggered all the time. They cry about everything. They cry about movies. And anytime something goes against their political position, they cry about it. So that's why I call them SJWs. It's sad that they're having to complain about a poster like that, you know? But yeah, it is what it is. It's unfortunate. I just want to find things to complain about. But yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. Yeah, and Kamuzu doesn't like Star Wars. Oh wait, he actually doesn't. I guess Star Wars, I guess, is also that thing. I mean, it's everything really. But yeah, I will say when I saw the trailer, I didn't see the poster, but I remember I initially, I don't know if Miles had it in his shirt or his folder. I don't remember, but he had a BLM pin, and I thought everyone was gonna freak out, but I've seen no one talk about it. Shabby Ball Podcast should do a football tier list. I should. I think there's a lot of content I can do on that channel. But yeah, it definitely feels different with the figures. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, someone says, yeah, you can watch more than one sport. I'm an NBA guy, but I do watch the NFL and mostly the World Cup for soccer. I think that's like most people when it comes to soccer. They mainly just watch the World Cup. I love the World Cup. The World Cup is a different vibe. I have watched every World Cup since 2010. Some of the best moments of my life is the 2010 World Cup and 2014. The vibe. I feel like the World Cup is also the only time the world is unified. You know, the fact that we had Iran versus USA is a blessing, right? And I feel like soccer just brings people together. Well, the World Cup specifically. But yeah, I do watch the NBA too. The NFL, I really only watch the Super Bowl. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, no, what I'm saying is that in my real life, when someone finds out I watch the NBA, like they'll be like, "Oh, really? You watch basketball? What's Russell Westbrook's number?" And I'll say 0, and they're like, "Oh shit, you actually do watch basketball?" I was like, "Yeah, I like basketball." Now, I'm not a big basketball fan like I am a soccer fan, but I do love basketball. I did show y'all I had a Brooklyn Nets jersey of Jeremy Lin. I'm a Rockets fan. I have a Harden shirt, but I don't have a Harden jersey from back in the day. But those are the only two. I do have a Space Jam shirt, so I guess that counts too. Me and my friends have been playing basketball a lot recently, and I'm the only one that ever played basketball, so it is funny to see them play because they don't know how to shoot it right. I'm not a great basketball player, but I'm decent enough to where if you see me, I can shoot it decently, I can dribble it decently. I even have a basketball hoop in my house, so there's that. You know, one of these days, I gotta just randomly go outside, record a clip of me just shooting the ball, and put it on YouTube. But yeah. Also, I'm gonna go. How long? I'm gonna go 10 more minutes, and then that's gonna be it for the stream. Let's see. Do you like Venom's voice and Venom Let There Be Carnage? I liked his voice. I liked them in both. What I didn't like was the Carnage voice. I felt like the Carnage voice could have been done better. I don't know. But yeah. I thought you liked Canada national team. Oh yeah, I forgot Stephen was from Canada. I always, you know what's funny? You guys know the YouTuber Chillmonger? Chillmonger. So me and Chillmonger, he's one of my good friends on YouTube, and I remember when we did that video, it was it was for people who were against not recasting T'Challa, and so he brought me onto a private StreamYard, and that recorded my line. If you see that video went viral, I think. But in that video, it was like everyone saying, "Here's why I think T'Challa should be recasted." And I remember I forgot, but we were talking about the World Cup because this was during the World Cup, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm sad my Canada got knocked out." And I was like, "Wait, you're Canadian?" And I feel like I say that so often because Aaron's Canadian, CJ's Canadian, Stefan was Canadian, but I always forget because a lot of times when you see a Canadian, Canadians sound and act a lot like Americans, at least on YouTube when I see that. All right. That is funny. Like I was like, "Oh shit, you're Canadian." I didn't even expect that. But yeah, let's see. 2026 World Cup gonna be the biggest yet. Yeah, 3 continents. There's gonna be more countries. It's gonna be 52 countries. But yeah. Antonio, Canada is trash at soccer. Only for men's team they trash. The women's. Hey, the men's team has been improving so much. They are now one of CONCACAF's best teams. There was a time where even my El Salvador was able to beat Canada. Small as little Salvador. You could travel the entire country in 4 hours. and could beat Canada in the Copa Oro. But now Canada they finished first place in qualifiers, and y'all have Alphonso Davies, who is a phenomenal player. He's the best left back in European football right now, and Canada has a lot of young players that are so good and so great. But Alphonso Davies is something else. And as a Barcelona fan, he has faced us 3 times, and each game he completely dominated us. So I think Canada's soccer right now has a really bright future. I don't know about the women's team. I don't really watch women's soccer, but that's great to hear. Let's see. There are rumors that James Harden might go back to Houston. I would love for him to do that, but I don't think he is, because the Rockets right now are not championship material. I mean, yeah, we have a young core, but I don't know if Harden wants to waste the final years of his prime in this young core, because the thing I hate so much is the young core is learning nothing. They're just learning to lose. John Wall, what he said in that podcast was completely factual. These players are just playing for highlight reels. They're not doing shit. They're just learning to lose, and that's not good for the development of a young player, you know? And that's why I don't think this Rockets team has as bright of a future as many people say. And I feel like Harden, while he's a Rockets legend, I was sad when he left. He should stay at the Sixers. Maybe when he wins a championship, maybe he can be like, hey, you know what? Let's go back to the Rockets, because there's no other team in the league that loves Harden more than us. Harden was literally the poster child of Houston as a whole. He was the most popular Houston athlete I've ever seen in my lifetime. Yeah, we had JJ Watt. The Astros are popular, but James Harden's popularity was a completely different level. But yeah, let's see. I've had moments in basketball. I mean, Antonio, you are New Yorker. New Yorkers love basketball. Let's see. Carnage's voice. Yeah, exactly. Like when I heard his voice, I was like, it sounds like a stereotype of what a villain sounds like. I'm evil and I have this deep, dark voice. And I feel like Carnage usually should have a high-pitched serial killer voice, like I'm gonna kill you or something like that, you know. But yeah, Isaac in the video was cool. Yeah, I really like doing the video. It was funny that I actually had to redo that part 3 times because I kept messing up. But yeah. Anthony Davis, like Speed says. Oh yeah, he kept calling him Anthony because he couldn't pronounce Alfonso. I don't know how you can't pronounce Alfonso. Alfonso seems like a normal name to pronounce. But yeah. But I know Speed does it on purpose. Speed is, playing into the troll. Like, he pretends to be like ignorant and all that. But it was funny seeing him talk to Alfonso. I love how when he got mad at Alfonso, he's like, I hope Manchester City beats you. I think the Champions League comes back next week. So I'm also going to do match reviews for that. It's not just going to be Barcelona. But yeah. Also, clowns were complaining about the BLM pin on Mouse's bag. Also, Ryan RK called BLM a terrorist organization. Oh, yeah, I believe that he would say that, which is unfortunate. I don't know. I just hate these guys so much. It saddens me that there's people that they kind of cater to with these beliefs, because Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kindle, these are not comic fans. These are not movie fans. They are political pundits pretending to be nerds. That's what they are. They don't care about whether or not the next Spider-Man movie is good. They don't care anything about the next Star Wars film. What they care about is influencing younger people to radicalize themselves into racist, sexist bigotry. And that's what their channels are. And I'm not afraid to say that because that is facts. You go look at their entire channel is based on shitting on minorities. That's what it is. But yeah, Hakeem Olajuwon. Yeah, I mean, I'm not from the 90s, so I don't know that. So I don't remember that, but I do remember my older brother, who is a 90s kid. He did tell me that it felt like James Harden was more loved than Hakeem. Now, of course, Hakeem did more. He won 2 championships. But Hakeem, I didn't really grow up with that. And then the one 90s guy that I really talked to a lot, he told me that Hakeem was loved by Houston, but it wasn't anywhere near that Harden love, right? At least from his perspective. But again, that's probably wrong. But I do remember, besides Harden, we did have 2 other players. Yao Ming was very popular when he was here. Tracy McGrady was also very loved in Houston. Dwight Howard was loved. I think Dwight Howard was loved in the time he had. But James Harden was like that level of love. Like, No, I feel like no other fan base wanted Harden to win. I mean, a certain player to win a championship more than Harden. I mean, nah, that's wrong. I guess Cleveland with LeBron, Milwaukee with John. Giannis is my favorite player in the NBA. The Milwaukee Bucks are my second favorite team in the NBA, but that's because I have somewhat of a connection to Milwaukee. So I was happy when they won, but I still I just want to die seeing my Rockets win a championship. But at the same time, though, I'm kind of spoiled because I've seen my Barcelona win 3 Champions Leagues. Or, yeah, 3. I've seen my Barcelona win 3 Champions League. Barcelona is my favorite team of all time right here. So, and I got to see Argentina win the World Cup, and I feel like sports-wise, I can die peacefully. But I would like to see Barcelona win, or not Barcelona, the Rockets win a championship one day. I've seen the Astros win the World Series, but I'm not an Astros fan. I mean, I do prefer the Astros over every other team, but I'm just not a big baseball fan as a whole, you know? And Geeks and Gamers Simp for Men, an example, make Marvel male again, very sus slogan. Yeah, that's true. I mean, aren't these supposed to be straight guys? Don't you want to see women? Don't you want to see women? I want to see women. So, I don't know. Flight Reacts to football. I remember Flight Reacts used to be very popular, but now I don't see him as much. I don't know. T-Mac would have been better than Kobe. Wasn't for injuries. Yeah, a lot of injuries. But I do remember when I was younger, but I was really young. I was like 7, 6 when McGrady was like in the Rockets. And I remember people talking about him all the time. Same thing with Yao Ming. But yeah, man. Freaking Harden was like the most. But then again, that is from my memory mainly. But yeah, I'm gonna take off this this bracelet. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream right now because the game starts in like 10 minutes. So I'm gonna end the stream off. Thank you guys for being here. And I actually want to play this clip one last time.
And then I looked at my uncle and
Let me guess. He died?
That was some dark humor. That was some dark humor. How he's like, I like that they mocked in a way Uncle Ben's death, but they did it in a funny way because that's the Peter Parker story. But yeah, I'm in the stream off. Thank you everyone for being here. Later tonight, I will do my review for the Mario movie. And for my soccer fans on my soccer channel, I'm gonna do a match review for the Clásico, the final Clásico of this season, 2022-2023 season. So there's that, Barcelona versus Real Madrid. So go follow that channel if you like soccer. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the stream. I try to stream maybe Friday. I can't tomorrow, but I might be able to on Friday. So thank you guys for watching this stream, and I'll check y'all out on the next one. Ciao.